In this video, the English Lit team will present an example of how to analyze a novel or a literary work from a traditional perspective. Please remember that we can call this theory a traditional or a historical one. So, if you are looking for an example of analyzing a literary work from a historical perspective, this video is for you. Let's take Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird as an example for our study. When we want to analyze a literary work from a historical perspective, we must examine the following main issues. 1. The information about the political, philosophical, economic, and social context. 2. The settings, historical period. 3. The writer's background and life, the possible effect on their work. Let's apply this to our novel. First step, taking into consideration that Lee's novel was written in the 1960s in America, it is essential to mention the settings of American society in that specific time. So, we can mention and elaborate on the main incidents in America and the world at that time. For instance, the end of World War II. The main events in the 1950s America related to racism and classism. In addition to that, we can include the following events and their possible effect on the work: the Cold War and Red Scare, the Korean War, the Great Depression, the Cuban Revolution of Fidel Castro in 1959, the Vietnam War, 1960s, and most importantly, the Civil Rights Movement. You can elaborate on Rosa Parks, the bus incident, and Martin Luther King, who both lived in Alabama, Lee's hometown. You can also include any other events that you think were important, as you can see in these slides. Second step, the author's life and background. The American novelist Lee was born in Alabama, where many events related to the civil movement took place. You can also mention her parents, Amasa Lee and Frances Finch, the family profession as lawyers. Her father, A.C. Lee, had once defended two black men accused of murdering a white storekeeper. This is so similar to the plot of her novel. Moreover, Lee used her mother's surname, Finch, in her novel. These were just examples of what you can include. Third step, you can talk about the controversial topics and issues at that specific time that match the topics brought up in the novel, such as racism, the social hierarchies. And you can provide quotations and examples from the novel, as you see in this slide. Social classes. You can talk about gender roles in the 1950s and 1960s America with examples from the novel. You might also refer to the growth of knowledge in American society, as shown in the novel. You may also compare the trial Lee witnessed as a child in her life and the famous trial scene in her novel. You may also talk about any similarities between Lee's life and her novel. I hope that this video was helpful. Subscribe to this channel for more content on English literature. Thanks for watching.